11 signs you're an INFJ, the world's rarest personality type. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, identifies 16 personality types, and INFJ is one of them. INFJ stands for Introverted, Intuitive, Feeling, and Judging. If you want to find out whether you qualify for INFJ, here are the signs to look out for. 1. You're empathetic. INFJs have an exceptional ability to connect with the emotions of others. They can often sense when someone feels down, even if they don't express it openly. This deep understanding of emotions allows them to provide comfort and support to those around them. For instance, many people think Princess Diana was an INFJ. It's clear to see why. Her philanthropic efforts and advocacy for various causes. She made strides in AIDS awareness and landmine removal. Plus, her ability to connect with people and show genuine compassion align with INFJ traits. So if you're empathetic, you can tick one checkbox. 2. You're introverted. The second sign of INFJ is introversion. INFJs value solitude and introspection. They recharge by spending time alone or in quiet settings. That's when they process their thoughts and emotions without external distractions. If you often get caught up in your thoughts and dislike huge crowds, you're probably introverted. Of course, that's a very simplistic definition. Most people aren't introverts or extroverts as you're led to believe. They're actually ambiverts and share characteristics of both groups, which makes great sense if you think about it. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, is often identified as an INFJ and has described herself as an introvert. Her introspective nature and ability to create complex fictional worlds align with these traits. 3. You're intuitive. When you think about famous people we consider INFJs, you realize they rely highly on their intuition to make decisions and understand the world. They're more interested in patterns and underlying meanings than in surface-level details. This intuitive approach leads to insights that others overlook. How intuitive are you? Do you often have a strong gut feeling that won't disappear? As I think about this more deeply, I think my gut feeling or intuition isn't that strong. Yes, it helped me at times, but on other occasions, it pushed me in the wrong direction. That's why I, unfortunately, have a mixed relationship with it. Hopefully you're in a better position. One of the best examples of INFJ that was incredibly intuitive was Albert Einstein. He had a unique ability to think beyond existing frameworks. He questioned established premises, which led to his revolutionary theories. He was also known for running thought experiments in his mind, which involved visualizing hypothetical scenarios and their outcomes. Amazing, right? 4. You have depth and insight. I'll use the example of Alice Walker to illustrate this trait. She's an author and activist known for her novel The Color Purple. It earned her the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction in 1982 as the first black woman to win this coveted prize. Her exploration of race, gender, and human relationships showcases her deep insights into societal issues and human emotions. You see, INFJs are drawn to profound and philosophical conversations. They enjoy exploring the deeper questions of life, seeking to understand the nature of existence, purpose, and human behavior. But many, if not all, INFJs also share this next trait. 5. You're idealistic. Another defining thing INFJs are known for is their strong sense of idealism and a desire to contribute positively to the world. They feel a sense of responsibility to make a difference and become passionate advocates for the causes they believe in. Who else can we mention here than Martin Luther King Jr., who advocated for equality, justice, and nonviolent protest. His commitment to ending racial segregation and discrimination reflected his strong idealism and moral convictions. displayed visionary leadership in his I Have a Dream speech. That's where he expressed a compelling vision of a future without racial discrimination and prevailing equality. He was also incredibly altruistic. 6. You're altruistic. The next sign you might be an ENFJ is altruism. ENFJs have a natural tendency to help and support others. They get satisfaction from positively impacting people's lives and often prioritize the needs of others over their own. My personal favorite example of this kind of person is definitely Jane Goodall. She's a world-renowned primatologist, anthropologist, and conservationist, known for her dedication to protecting chimpanzees and their habitats. Her commitment to wildlife conservation and environmental sustainability reflects her altruistic nature. I mean, if you're looking for a poster child of INFJs, don't look any further. Her ability to understand and communicate with animals clearly proves her empathetic and altruistic approach to wildlife and life in general. 7. You're sensitive. Increasingly, people see the new generations as too sensitive, but what's wrong with this? Without this trait, we'd still be in caves and killing animals with our bare hands while sleeping on rocks. I'm sure some people would like that, but most people calling out others for their sensitivity would cry like babies in the above scenario. It's all too easy to be a keyboard warrior, isn't it? On the other hand, most INFJs are highly attuned to emotions, both their own and those of others. They're deeply affected by negative emotions or criticism, sometimes experiencing emotional highs and lows more intensely than others. You're future-oriented. Some people can't break the shackles of the past. They constantly relive their experiences or past mistakes. On the other side, INFJs enjoy planning for the future and visualizing possibilities. They're forward-thinking and set long-term goals that align with their vision for personal growth and positive change. Yes, they're dreamers, but you have to be if you want to improve the world. We're past the point where small steps can change the world. What we need are broad strokes that will radically change some things. This brings me to the following sign. 9. You have incredibly high standards. Advocating for a better society means you need to have high standards that you stick to. Can you say that for yourself? Are you an example for others? Most INFJs set high standards, not just for themselves, but also for those around them. They have a desire to excel and are critical of themselves when they feel they're not living up to their own expectations. But they're also critical of others, and that lands them in hot water. Just look at what happened to Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, and others. Being an INFJ isn't always easy or safe. But let's switch up the gears a bit. 10. You're creative. Many INFJs have a rich inner world and a vivid imagination. They're drawn to creative outlets such as writing, art, music, or even innovative problem solving. I already mentioned J.K. Rowling, but there are many others, such as Vincent van Gogh, Leonard Cohen, Frida Kahlo, Björk, etc. INFJs are often associated with creativity due to their introspective nature, empathy, and ability to connect with complex emotions. When INFJs create, they immerse themselves in rich worlds of imagination, whether crafting intricate fictional settings or conceptualizing new perspectives. Their creativity extends to imagining entire universes. 11. You're a diplomat. And lastly, INFJs excel at navigating conflicts and finding peaceful resolutions. They value harmony and often take on the role of mediators in relationships. Having these tendencies is incredibly important in all aspects of life, but especially if you work with people in any aspect. I've learned the hard way how difficult it is to deal with our fellow humans. Some of them seem like they're entirely different species and display mind-boggling behavior. That's why I now prefer to cultivate deep, meaningful connections with a select few people instead of maintaining a large social circle. I value quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. Final thoughts. Hopefully, you've come to the conclusion that you're an INFJ. You see, I'm being selfish. The fact is, we need more of these kinds of people. The world seems to be at a tipping point, and it needs all the help it can get. I'm not worried about the planet and the plants and animals. I'm worried about people. Flora and fauna will quickly heal once we're gone. And the way it looks, we won't stick around for much longer.